WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be the culmination of all those years of hard work. After all the ups and downs, all roads pointed to the one location I'd always dreamed of, the main event of WrestleMania. My victories over Drew and Seth had shown that I was still at the top of my game. After I eliminated both Roman and Rollins at the 2025 Royal Rumble, I soon found myself tossed over and thrown to the floor. And that allowed Rollins to release all his frustrations, taking Roman out with a stomp, attacking me, and punctuating the whole mess with another stomp on Roman. So when Heyman announced that the three of us would meet in the main event on the first night of WrestleMania 41, that's when I struck. I used my earned favor from Survivor Series to request Heyman be in my corner that night. This infuriated Roman Reigns, who would not listen to reason, insistent that Heyman had turned his back on his tribal chief. And in all the madness, Roman and I both lost sight. We never thought that night would end the way it did.
Oh, no!
Heyman betraying both of us.
Oh, my God! What the hell did we just witness?
I can't think of a better candidate for slingshot tech to address. It took my whole career to get to that main event. So let's go back to WrestleMania 41 and get me the win that I was well on my way to earning. Let's destroy the architect's plans. Let's show the Oracle that he doesn't see all. And let's force Roman Reigns to acknowledge us.
Here comes Seth freaking Rollins,
the visionary and the revolutionary of WWE.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking
Officially the coolest entrance living every man's dream, Seth freaking Rollins.
Las Vegas serenading Seth freaking Rollins. You guys remember what happened 10 years ago up in California, the Bay Area? Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank in the heist of the century at WrestleMania.
An iconic call for an iconic performance. Seth needs another one of those iconic moments this evening against two of the best this industry has ever seen.
A 14th appearance in WrestleMania, the third time he's been in the main event.
Come to WrestleMania for the wrestling, but stay for the karaoke. We've got a bit of everything tonight here in Vegas.
The OTC has arrived in Sin City.
From Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
For a record 10th time, Roman Reigns will main event WrestleMania.
A titan of this industry marching to the ring with his signature celestial swagger, the epitome of ice-cold, effortless cool.
Roman Reigns with a record of 9-3 at WrestleMania. Guys, there are only a handful of men in history with more wins than Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. 3 of those men are The Undertaker, John Cena, and the Game Triple H.
Pressure? What pressure? It's only the main event of WrestleMania, but this is a road Roman Reigns has taken many times before.
This man has a locker at the main event of WrestleMania. This is where Roman Reigns lives.
A lot of questions this week about who would carry the Ulafala to the ring. Paul Heyman would normally do that. Tonight, Roman Reigns come to the ring with the Ulafala on his neck himself. And for the first time in many, many years, Roman Reigns heads into battle alone.
The Ulafala symbolizes the head of the family. And when you talk about Roman Reigns' family, you're talking about one of the most successful and powerful families in the history of wrestling. Tens of thousands of ones to the sky here in Las Vegas.
The Anoa'i family dominance continuing here at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns in a triple threat match for pride and glory. Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is in the main event of WrestleMania.
It has to be a surreal moment for CM Punk.
Accompanied to the ring by WWE Hall of Famer, the Wise Man, Paul Heyman, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins look thoroughly disgusted over the fact that Paul Heyman walked down to the ring with a second City Saint. It is CM Punk's first WrestleMania match in 12 years. Remember, he missed last year's WrestleMania with a torn triceps, and this year he goes into triple threat action with Reigns and Rollins, 2 men that he cannot stand. Triple threat rules. The first man to gain pinfall or submission will win this match. There are no countouts, no disqualifications. He's won championships, he's made friends, he's made enemies. Tonight is CM Punk's night. Tonight is CM Punk's main event.
The pressure has always been CM Punk's playground. The fire has always been burning, and his only addiction is wrestling. Each of these 3 men believe they are the only one who can walk out of here victorious. Roman Reigns to prove his dominance, Seth Rollins to prove his superiority, and CM Punk to prove he's still the best in the world.
Punk has claimed that for him this is just business. And taking Reigns and Rollins out at WrestleMania will get them out of his way so he can accomplish the things he returned to WWE to do, to win titles.
But Reigns and Rollins are not your average roadblocks. They're 2 of the biggest names in WWE for a reason. And they're not about to let CM Punk just have his way.
CM Punk would burst out WCW led by Paul Heyman when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend.
Punk made being a Paul Heyman guy a cool thing to be. Everyone has profited from their association with the Wise Man.
And you could argue that the greatest benefactor was the 1,316-day reign of the Tribal Chief.
But look at everything Roman did for Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman's career. Riding the gravy train of Roman Reigns, and now to turn his back on him for tonight.
I'm sure a betting man would tell you the odds are against CM Punk here, against two younger competitors who have been on... Look at this! A slingshot cross body!
Making that type of athleticism look easy when it is anything but.
Now bringing the fight back into the ring. Oh, scattered that one. And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company. Badmouthed the company for many years while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared up for 10 years.
Seth Rollins has found his favorite equalizer, a steel chair.
And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Yes, Punk has worn Reigns down, and he's only going to keep at it.
Some might see that as a weapon, but a manager's just making sure the area is safe for his client.
And Roman and Seth, two former allies, would make a lot of sense for them to team up with CM Punk tonight.
Yeah, I think it's way too late to strike that deal, Michael Cole. 10 years of animosity will eliminate all signs of trust between the two former Shield mates.
Remember, in many ways, the obsession by Reigns for Rollins last year cost Reigns the championship in the record reign.
And Punk would be quite happy if that obsession continues. It's clearly personal for Roman and Seth, but for Punk, tonight's just about business.
Oh, that could be a knockout blow. He connects with a counter. What a counter by Rollins. Oh, God, that looked devastating. And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk, and both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it.
Stop cold with a clothesline.
Slides under the ropes, back into the ring.
Hooked up.
Seth is being overwhelmed.
You gotta wonder, what does this do to Seth's confidence?
Carried in a jeopardizing position here. Boom, what a punch.
Oh, right to the esophagus.
Boom, bounce. Roman for the win. Stopping the pin. German suplex released.
Right to the kidneys from behind. Let's see if Punk can find an answer after taking that.
And here he is, heading back into the ring.
Roman is failed. Will Reigns close this out?
They're about to put it away.
What?
You gotta be kidding me.
I don't believe it. Incredible resilience on display.
And Reigns absolutely can't believe it, but he cannot let that slow him down.
And now he's headed out of the ring.
He's rummaging for some sort of equalizer underneath the ring.
Ooh, a vicious shot right to the dome. Oh, what an axe handle.
And now Reigns is starting to look like a man who realizes he is a tribal chief with no followers to come to his aid. This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps of a generation.
It's about ego and animosity. It's about 12 years ago when three men made their way down the stairs to remake this company in their image and the man that opened the back door for them.
A search for supremacy. The man that walks out of here is the champion of a generation.
Landing on that chair might have just rearranged some body parts.
Working on the arm. And now he's going to the top rope. Flying. Wow, cross body.
Once again, that is not what chairs were created for. Seth Rollins just sitting back and degrading his opponent.
Into the ring again now. Man, it's incredibly difficult to walk.
A DDT drives that head into the ground. Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into the Anaconda vice grip.
This is a bet, and he stops the hold just in time. Huge kick connects. Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Punk.
And now Punk. Kick to the midsection of Reigns. Rollins trying to crawl back into this as well.
Rollins trying to prevent that GTS on Reigns, but he's about to eat one himself.
Oh, bang. Spear. Stop. Everybody down.
Oh, what a moment of chaos in this match. If any man here can get a cover, it could be victory, but wait up. Lurking is Paul Heyman with a steel chair.
And no shocker here. Handing the chair to his friend, CM Punk. And this, guys, this could be the ultimate betrayal of Roman Reigns.
Oh, Heyman went for a low blow, but caught by CM Punk.
What the hell is Heyman thinking?
And now Punk with a roundhouse kick to Reigns.
Well, Heyman tried to stab his man, CM Punk, in the back, but was denied. But now Rollins with a low blow of his own on Punk. What the hell is going on?
And now Heyman handing the chair to Rollins. What the hell? Oh, no!
The devil's work is afoot tonight.
Plan B all over again.
That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people's he going to...
Opponent lifted up. Jaw, meet knee, go to sleep. That spells doom for Rollins.
Cover. Punk has beaten the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
A moment of pure vindication here for CM Punk.
This was a lifetime in the making, and it couldn't have been any harder earned. Punk had to get through Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to finally taste a main event victory here at WrestleMania.
But now he's done it. The Second City Saint is victorious at the Showcase of the Immortals.
Now that's more like it. Standing triumphant at WrestleMania 41 thanks to you. Something I really like about this slingshot technology is I'm not restricted to only my matches. I have the power to jump into the boots of other superstars and change the course of their career too. And I can think of no better choice than the main event of 1997 Survivor Series. That's right, the infamous night that saw Bret Hart defend his championship against Shawn Michaels. They had so many epic battles. But after a particularly painful loss to Michaels at WrestleMania 12, Bret would take a sabbatical from WWE eventually returning late in 1996. By the spring of 1997, things were much different than WWE. Bret and his family had reformed a bigger and better Hart Foundation, while Shawn and his friends created DX.
Are you ready?
The two groups despised each other, and after months of chaos, it all led to Survivor Series. And it was on that night that Shawn would steal the championship and send Bret Hart packing to WCW in an event known as the Montreal Screwjob. It's no secret that I'm a Bret Hart fan, and I consider him one of the greatest of all time. So let's hop into Bret's boots and take on Shawn Michaels in his prime, something I never got to do. The plan is simple. Avoid the sharpshooter, and we'll be okay. But if Shawn can apply the hold, we know exactly what is going to happen. Slingshot Tech, take us to the 1997 Survivor Series in Montreal.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Possibly the two biggest egos in all of wrestling history are about to collide here tonight.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the WWE European Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
How many times have we heard Shawn Michaels say, "I won't lay down for anybody"? And how many times have we heard Bret say, he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be? It is put up or shut up time for both men.
Well, Shawn Michaels certainly not endearing himself to the fans here in Canada.
Well, HBK is arrogant, but he is the greatest athlete in the history of World Wrestling Entertainment, bar none.
I'd like to see you tell Bret Hart that. You can feel the electricity.
His opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart!
And what an ovation for the 21-year veteran who debuted at the age of 19 in 1976 in Calgary.
Shawn Michaels would not allow D-Generation X to accompany him to the ring tonight, and likewise, Bret Hart would not allow the Hart Foundation to accompany him either.
You know, this is not about the money. This might not even be about the title.
These two men truly believe in their hearts that they are the better man.
Ah, come on, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. This is all about power. You know it, and I know it.
The WWE Championship, one of the most highly contested titles in the world of professional wrestling. Will Bret Hart remain champion? Will Shawn Michaels carry the gold once again?
This has been one of the most heated rivalries we've ever seen. Bret and Shawn are just so diametrically opposite. I don't think there's any way they could ever coexist peacefully.
It's really a matter of pride versus arrogance, and each of them are guilty of both. You can literally feel how much tension there is in the air here in Montreal.
It's been rumored that if he loses here tonight, this might be Bret's last match in the WWE. That just adds to how much is on the line here.
Bret Hart with a rough blow there.
Yes!
And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like that kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit. their opponent.
Denying the attack from Michaels.
Look out!
What a crossbody!
Completely tossing all caution to the wind.
Going for broke, and it paid off.
So many tendons in the shoulder, and I think they are all burning now. Suplex denied.
Into a suplex of their own.
Two.
And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. All that is left is a down and dirty fight between two guys that hate each other's guts.
Just from a style standpoint, Brett and Shawn are
Take off. All the way to the outside.
Like a heat-seeking missile, right on target.
and just as destructive. Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
Oh, that's to be expected the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this way. The words Brett and Shawn use for each other are not suitable for children to hear.
To be honest, they're not suitable at a bar either, Wade.
Oh, no, not at all. You'll have quite the ruckus at the pub using the names Brett and Shawn have called each other. Neckbreaker!
Countering that offense.
Brought down by a crucifix.
This is how Brett wanted it. A public assault of Michaels in front of the Canadian people.
Oh, target acquired and destroyed.
This Canadian biased crowd continues to let Shawn Michaels know what they think about him. A very hostile environment for HBK.
Yeah, and Shawn has never done himself any favors towards changing their opinion either. At least we can say Michaels isn't prejudiced to who he insults. If you have a pulse, you're fair game.
Brett's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that. A show of disrespect from Hart.
Hitman has him in it.
Michaels gets out of dodge. Toss.
Hitman is performing with such precision right now.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
Turns it around. He manages to stem the tide of attacks.
Time now for Shawn to get his energy up and claw back into the fight.
The belly.
Kick to the back.
Defiant counter from HBK.
These two reaching a standstill with all these reversals. Over the top and lands awkwardly outside.
Oh, look out!
Slingshot cross body.
Showing reckless abandon. There was every chance that could have gone wrong, but instead, it was right on the money.
Everything he can do to create space here.
Boom! And he evades sudden, swift, and brutal impact.
This has got to be demoralizing for Michaels.
HBK is struggling to meet the excellence of execution. Cut off with a savage clothesline. Able to steer clear of danger there.
Hitman's in a jam here. Oh, slammed down.
Pulling him in for the backbreaker. Ouch. Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. And Brett gets countered.
Fights out of it with the elbow to the gut.
Textbook scoop slam.
He left an opening. Oh my, down with authority. Right on the arm.
And it seems like that arm could be tonight's target of choice.
Just like that, Sean evades.
He finds an opening.
Oh, gut-wrench suplex. What a display of brute power and strength.
Taking the action to the outside.
Might be taking a breather here.
Uh-oh. Arm drag provides an escape. And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs, Wade, he won't go anywhere else.
You're right, because all right, looking for it. Hart with a submission here.
Clearly, and for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold. Looks like he's coming back in. He's got to mind the count-out rules as he heads ringside. Tripling attack on the knee. Just a surgical approach we're seeing from Hart.
Bret came with a game plan, and he's executing it.
And Michaels needed that badly.
But will that prove to be the chance he needs in this match? Chess match of counters and reversals happening here.
And something Bret has to know is all the attributes Shawn possesses, Michaels might have more cardiovascular conditioning here. Michaels is insanely resilient. Remember what Michaels did, Corey, in St. Louis just a month ago against The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. He used every attribute to survive that encounter.
I've never seen a match more unholy than that Hell in a Cell match. HBK might not be surrounded by steel tonight, but I think the test in front of him is even greater. Michaels is going to need everything in him to survive at the Survivor Series.
Bam! Down he goes. Disheartening position for HBK.
Michaels is being subjected to a beatdown. Just targeting the leg, testing the limits.
This personal rivalry goes so far back. You can see the seeds of it when they were both tag team competitors, part of the Hart Foundation and the Rockers. Each man becoming breakout stars and leaders of a new generation in WWE. Up until that point, it was professional. But recent years and the weight of carrying the industry have changed these men.
The turning point was WrestleMania, Cole, when Bret was screwed out of the title in that Iron Man match. If the score is tied at the buzzer, it is a draw, and the title should have remained with Bret.
Well, it certainly felt like we were all learning the rules as it happened that night, but tonight the rules are very clear in this match, so I highly doubt we'll see any kind of screwy finish tonight.
Piercing elbow drop. The momentum is squarely on Hitman's side now.
Michaels looking racked with pain, the Hitman remaining a step ahead.
Leg being manipulated with that maneuver.
An absolutely piercing elbow drop there.
So focused on just pummeling the leg there.
Looks like a play to go after the legs now.
Bret the Hitman Hart trying to fire himself up.
He's really pushing the limit here, getting close to a count out.
Put in the corner now.
And he's able to avoid that offense.
Shin breaker. And Michaels now looking to put Bret Hart away. Step through, could be sharpshooter time.
Oh, this would be humiliating.
Sharpshooter's in. Wait, what the? Wait a minute.
Here is your
the red call for the bell. Was Bret tapping out?
I think Shawn Michaels is the WWE champion.
They Bret tapped out.
Well, Shawn has the gold. He must have tapped out.
What is going on? This has been one of the most heated rivalries we've ever seen. Bret and Shawn are just so diametrically opposite. I don't think there's any way they could ever coexist peacefully.
It's really a matter of pride versus arrogance, and each of them are guilty of both. You can literally feel how much tension there is in the air here in Montreal.
It's been rumored that if he loses here tonight, this might be Bret's last match in the WWE. That just adds to how much is on the line here.
And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like that kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit.
Gotta respect the strategy to work over the arm. Well, that'll do some serious damage.
Hitman laying it into Shawn. Wants to always keep Shawn close, keep him grounded. That's pivotal for the champ tonight.
I can't think of two men who are more equally matched than Shawn and Bret. This has been an absolutely incredible year for both of them, possibly the pinnacle of both of their careers.
It'll be interesting to see what the deciding factor in this match is. Right now, you have to think this is all about surviving here at Survivor Series.
Hung out to dry. And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. All that is left is a down and dirty fight between two guys that hate each other's guts.
Shawn Michaels has run into trouble.
HBK is struggling to meet the excellence of execution.
Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
Oh, that's to be expected the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this way. The words Bret and Shawn use for each other are not suitable for children to hear.
To be honest, they're not suitable at a bar either, Wade.
Oh, no, not at all. You'll have quite the ruckus at the pub using the names Bret and Shawn have called each other.
Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count.
And look at this fight back, refusing to be dragged around any longer.
This Canadian biased crowd continues to let Shawn Michaels know what they think about him. A very hostile environment for HBK.
Yeah, and Shawn has never done himself any favors towards changing their opinion either. At least we can say Michaels isn't prejudiced to who he insults. If you have a pulse, you're fair game.
Taking flight!
All the way down on the floor.
You risk it all, and this is the cost. We might have to end this right here.
Deconstructing the knee there. And the Hitman continues to deliver irreparable damage onto Michaels.
Punishing the knee with that one.
This personal rivalry goes so far back, you can see the seeds of it when they were both tag team competitors, part of the Hart Foundation and the Rockers. Each man becoming breakout stars and leaders of a new generation in WWE. Up until that point, it was professional. But recent years and the weight of carrying the industry have changed these men.
The turning point was WrestleMania, Cole, when Bret was screwed out of the title in that Iron Man match. If the score is tied at the buzzer, it is a draw, and the title should have remained with Bret.
Well, it certainly felt like we were all learning the rules as it happened that night, but tonight the rules are very clear in this match, so I highly doubt we'll see any kind of screwy finish tonight. He's gonna break his leg! Bret's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that.
Figure four. Leg lock. Caught submission. He's in total agony here.
Scrambling for any way to stop this, but there's no ropes to break the hold. And the agony has no reason to end as we see him tapping out in pain.
3, 4.
And Shawn back in the ring now. And he gets the better of HBK. And to speak on the elephant in the room, yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but I was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation brethren.
It's a rumor cloud that hangs above the collective minds of this capacity crowd. Such an anxious feeling inside this arena.
Oh, what a lariat!
Hart avoids the offense. Hard landing from that Russian leg sweep. Clearly some intent behind these attacks on the body. With an armbar. Kick directly to the back.
Targeting a body part, working the arm.
Oh, God, that hurt. Tooth. Excellent execution from Hitman.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
He's heading to the outside. Better watch for the referee's count. The excellence of execution signaling to the WWE Universe now.
And he chooses to leave the ring.
Oh, great display of strength with the suplex.
Oh, a boot to the back. Armbar stretch applied. 2.
Brought back into the ring from the floor now.
A knee right. Hitman now taking his opponent down. Grapevine locked in. Sharpshooter applied.
Jeez, he's trying to hold on, but I'm not. He lets his opponent out of the submission.
Yeah, but who knows what damage has been done.
Wants to finish this.
And Bret off the top rope and the referee knocked down, guys.
Well, took down Shawn Michaels, but accidentally took down the ref in the process. And at this point, all bets are off.
Michaels to the eyes of the Hitman. Shawn taking advantage of the referee's state at the moment. But what is HBK thinking now? Oh,
And now looking for a sharpshooter. Bret Hart's own move. Shawn Michaels trying to turn him on his belly.
And the referee dropped once again as Bret kicked Michaels away.
And another ref's in.
What is going on here?
I guess we're not going to get a screw job tonight, Wade.
What's Michaels putting together?
Rough landing right on the back.
Counters to gain the advantage.
Ouch.
And an inverted atomic drop. Impressive reversal from Michaels. And now propped up in the corner. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go.
Also looks like Shawn's busted open now.
Turning around. sharpshooter from Bret Hart.
Sharpshooter applied. Will this do it?
A lot of pressure being applied to the spine here.
Focusing on the back like this could...
Bret retains the title.
Here is your winner and still WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart!
You can feel the uncertainty in the air already.
Yeah, who knows what Bret is going to do now?
A lot of questions still unanswered here.
Feels good to execute some long overdue showcase justice. Now, I'd like to switch gears, indulge myself a little, and use this technology to go up against 3 WWE legends that I've dreamed of competing against in a WWE ring. First up is a trip to the land of the extreme, ECW. When I first made it to WWE, I started on their ECW brand, but I always wondered how I'd do in the original ECW. Who would I face, you ask? Who is CM Punk's dream ECW opponent? Well, you know me, I aim high. And if I went to ECW and didn't call out the king of the deathmatch, the hardcore icon, if I didn't call out Cactus Jack to show me what extreme truly means, then what am I even doing here? The most violent of Mick Foley's alter egos, Cactus Jack tormented foes in the United States, Puerto Rico, Japan, basically anywhere that had glass, barbed wire, and fire was a place he wanted to compete. But I'd want my match to be at Hardcore Heaven 1994, a show made famous when the fans threw so many chairs into the ring it covered both Cactus and Terry Funk as well.
Please do not throw chairs into the ring! Stop the chairs!
Cactus Jack was a master of the Falls Count Anywhere match. It allowed him to be at his very best, and that is exactly what I want here. Whether you take me into battle or side with Cactus, you need to know that you're going to be in for a fight. But proving yourself against CM Punk is just as valuable as proving yourself as CM Punk, so you win either way. And I get to live out my dream no matter what.
CM Punk is here, and he is ready to return to the extreme.
Falls Count Anywhere in the ECW arena against Cactus Jack. I have a feeling that extreme will only be scratching the surface during this match.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
Taking nothing away from Punk, an ECW World Champion in his own right. Is he truly ready for tonight? Because the ECW that CM Punk was a part of and the ECW that Cactus Jack was a part of are two completely different breeds.
Very true, but Punk has always embodied the heart and soul of ECW, no matter what era. And we know he's got a big enough chip on his shoulder to want to prove that at any cost tonight.
What we should really worry about is what Cactus Jack plans to do to Punk's heart and soul tonight. Because if Cactus has his way, it won't be pretty. And it won't be for the faint of heart.
CM Punk ready to go to battle. Ready to stand toe-to-toe with ECW's infamous Cactus Jack.
A disturbed, violent man with his sights set on CM Punk.
From Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 287 pounds, Cactus Jack!
Whether it's in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Tokyo, Japan, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cactus Jack is revered as the most sacred of all hardcore icons around the world. And with the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation tonight, he might just drag CM Punk all the way around the globe during this match. Two men who have no problem making a show of force to get their message across.
And there is no better stipulation in no better venue to make such a show of force than a Falls Count Anywhere match in the ECW arena.
Folks, I can already warn you, this match will not be for the faint of heart. The war of words between these two men, CM Punk and Cactus Jack, has come and gone, and now it's time for a war of wills, a war of weapons, a war of whatever sadistic machinations have been running through these men's minds.
It does not get more hardcore than the ECW arena, especially when it's Falls Count Anywhere. CM Punk and Cactus Jack, two men who remain stalwart and resolute in their convictions through blood, sweat, and tears.
Smart money's on a whole lot of all three of those things in this match, gentlemen. Cactus will make sure of it. As these two extreme legends brawl, I just have to sit here and appreciate the atmosphere that we are seeing Falls Count Anywhere in one of the most famous arenas in wrestling history.
Indeed, the ECW arena has been where many extreme icons have been created. And in these hallowed halls, two legends are currently doing battle.
Let me correct you there, Michael Cole. I would definitely classify CM Punk as an extreme legend and an icon, but in this arena, Cactus Jack is something more than those things. He's damn near a deity in this building.
And Cactus Jack is just so unpredictable. When you're in the ring with him, you never quite know what he's going to throw at you.
Well, I'd usually counter that you can't let Cactus get the chance to unleash his particular brand of insanity on you, but that's not a realistic possibility here. Punk just needs to do what he can to keep on Cactus and be even more unpredictable, if he can. Relentless violence is Cactus Jack's stock and trade, but it needs to be CM Punk's as well here.
One step ahead there. A Falls Count Anywhere match certainly lends itself to extreme activity. There are no rules that govern how you score said pinfall or submission. We both know Punk and Jack are certainly able to get extreme.
Both men have strong ties to the birthplace of extreme, ECW. CM Punk began his career in WWE as part of the ECW brand, with multiple ECW title reigns to his name. Cactus Jack put the company on the map during its infancy and became a multi-time tag team champion during ECW's heyday.
It's once again an ECW original versus some new blood. Let's see which side prevails this time.
Oh, that certainly caves the chest in.
That's going to leave a mark for sure.
Even though Cactus Jack and CM Punk have never faced off in the ring, Punk has had confrontations with Mick Foley in the past. In 2012, Punk brutally attacked Mick backstage.
And that attack almost led to a Survivor Series match where Punk and Foley would have served as team captains. But as they say so often, cards subject to change.
Well, I, for one, am glad. That match would have been a battle by proxy. This one is a hardcore war happening right in front of our eyes. Working the leg with that move.
An unrelenting assault being brought to Cactus Jack.
Yeah, CM Punk is looking to inflict as much punishment as he can to truly slow Cactus Jack down.
And guys, Cactus may finally be at that point.
Risking it all
Through the
here.
air and connects.
That had to have hurt just as much as it hurt your opponent.
No one comes out unscathed. Look out! That holds back Cactus Jack's attack. Got him where he wants him.
And a perfect Falcon arrow there.
And And CM Punk is in control.
Oh, yeah. Punk's not backing down to Cactus here. Far from it.
High voltage cords, ledges, pyro, exposed metal. So much could go wrong scrapping up there on the stage.
Cactus answers back. Caught that. It reversed it. Opportunity now for Punk to capture some momentum.
But Punk has to push now while the window's open.
And things backstage are getting quickly out of hand.
Oh, they're done playing nice. They've got some serious aggression that needs to be worked out, and this just might be the best way to do it.
Fends it off. Good counter.
Gets out of dodge.
Thunderous clothesline.
Uses the edge of the knee.
Going after the arm in a big way.
Down with a suplex.
CM Punk now connects with a Uranagi, and textbook CM Punk
And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
Oh, the high risk gave no reward there.
Lift it up. What's next?
Cactus Jack.
Stop puller pile driver. What?
Oh, God, right to the cranium.
Punk sidesteps out of that.
Float over, crashing into the chair.
Dangerous intentions on the mind of the madman, Cactus Jack.
Ooh, did you hear that thud from the back connecting with flesh and bone?
Crisp snap suplex.
And as off limits as this area may be, they are clearly making themselves at home here.
I don't know what it's like at your home, Cole, but they're definitely acting like they own the place. Brutalizing his opponent with a mandible claw.